Hi, my name is Brianna, and welcome to my reaction commentary channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Season 1, Episode 4 of Hannibal. Now, I'm super pumped and I'm already on the edge of my seat because when we last left off, Abigail and Hannibal became partners in crime and decided to hide a dead body. Will was off somewhere having a panic attack. Jack was yelling at somebody. Alana just wants to be helpful, and Freddie was in everybody's business. So before we get into this, if you can do me a quick favor, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for post notifications, follow me on all my social media. That way we can skip the chit chat and get straight to the good part.
You stood in the breathing silence of Garrett Jacob Hobbs' home, the very spaces he moved through. Tell me, Will, did they speak to you?
With noise and clarity.
Will, my sweet boy, you are off your rocker.
I tried so hard to know Garrett Jacob Hobbs.
You tried too hard. You know him a little too well.
How did you feel seeing Marisha Shaw impaled in his antler room?
No, what a question, Hannibal.
Guilty.
Because you couldn't save her.
Because I felt like I killed her.
Will, sweetie, it legit was not your fault.
Sometimes I felt like we were doing the same things at different times of day.
Even after he was dead?
That's a good question.
Even after he was dead.
Like, you were becoming him?
Not Garrett Jacob Hobbs, Dr. Lecter.
Sounds like you're trying to convince yourself, Will. Will he ever be free of his mental torment? Probably not. And Hannibal, I need you to start pulling him out of the more psychotic thinking. Okay, ew. Right, we got a family annihilation just off the top of the episode. Shout out visual effects team as usual.
Family dinner. I wasn't invited. I am the guest of honor. If you don't eat your growing foods, you won't get any dessert.
Alright, calm down.
The Turner family is executed simultaneously, with the exception of Mrs. Turner, who dies last.
That's purposeful.
This is my design.
I
shoot Mrs. Turner.
What's up, Jack?
What do you see, Will?
Will was in the zone.
Family values.
Whose family values?
I love that they're both in focus. What's up, Hannibal? What are you up to today? You're at Will's house. I don't know if I should feel excited or nervous. Probably both. I'll go with both. Oh no, please don't feed the dogs humans. Part of me wants to excuse the fact that Hannibal is a cannibal, but then he feeds it to other people, and then I'm like, nope, I never could get on the same boat. Well, your neuroses is showing a little bit, sweetie. Why? Why, Hannibal? Why? Ow, sir! You freaky little weirdo. Hannibal, I don't know what to do with you.
Jesse disappeared last year. Last confirmed sighting had him boarding an RV at a rest stop on Route 47. Possible runaway, probable abduction, or both.
Norman Rockwell with a bullet.
All right, any signs of forced entry?
No broken windows or torn screens.
Hey, the whole team is here.
Shooter went low to high, probably crouching.
Crouching.
When was Jesse abducted?
A little over a year ago.
Hey, Abigail. How are you dealing with the whole murder thing?
Hiding what happened to you defeats the purpose of being here. Sharing will help normalize.
I'm not normal.
Your victimhood has a high profile.
I'm a celebrity victim.
How did that make you feel?
Like I wanted to go home.
Hi.
Do you have an appointment?
Do you have a beer?
I know that she was his student, but what is the relationship here? Am I sensing something in the air, or am I projecting?
I think she might be wrestling with a low-grade depression.
Absolutely. The girl has been surrounded by murder for like every day for the last couple of weeks.
Professional neutrality be damned. It's so hard to watch a bright young girl go so adrift.
Spending each day immersed in tragedy may be doing more harm than good.
Hannibal, this is a girl who was very attached to her parents. You stepping in as a surrogate would only be a crutch.
I defer to the passion of my esteemed colleague. Passion's good. Gets blood pumping.
What is going on? There's something going on, and I'm unaware of the details.
I was the oldest, so all the friction rolled downhill.
Yes, all the attention and responsibilities heaped on firstborn children
Prepares them for success in the future.
Middle's the sweet spot. Always trying to figure out where they fit in.
All the victims have defensive wounds except for Mrs. Turner.
There's forgiveness.
What kind of victim forgives the killer at the moment of death?
A mother.
I can see where he's coming from.
Tell me about your mother.
Some lazy psychiatry, Dr. Lecter.
It is a little 101, but it's also very important.
Very difficult to reach.
So is my mother. Never knew her.
An interesting place to start.
Tell me about your mother. Let's start there.
Both my parents died when I was very young. The proverbial orphan until I was adopted by my uncle Robertus when I was 16.
I have orphan in common with Abigail Hobbs.
I think we'll discover you and I have a great deal in common with Abigail.
Yeah, y'all got a lot going on together. Y'all are like that Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other.
I never connected to the concept.
You created a family for yourself. I was referring to Abigail. Did your family have money, Will?
We were poor.
Always the new boy at school, always the stranger.
Always.
Hannibal is having the time of his life getting inside Will's head.
A modified Boudin Noir from Alibab's Gastronomie Pratique.
I will not, and I will never. Nope.
You promised to deliver your wife to my dinner table.
Well, we're gonna have to polish up our act.
Is that the victim? Gosh, dang it, Hannibal. Crawford, please, sir. Please stop eating it.
Our friend Will seems haunted today.
Will seems haunted every day.
Children killing other children is not that unfamiliar a notion to Will.
You still suspect Abigail Hobbs and her father's crimes. Will may feel the tug of life before the FBI, before you. Simpler times in boatyards with Dad.
Before you.
That life is an anchor streamed behind him in heavy weather.
Hannibal is in the perfect position to feed information to and extract information from both Crawford and Will at every turn. Will and Crawford just getting played so hard.
In some cases, it does not. For some killers, biting may be a fighting pattern as much as a sexual behavior.
Okay, class dismissed. Everyone out.
Jack said go.
What did I just say? Let's go!
He said go. He meant now. We gotta go. Y'all gotta get out. I do love when Jack yells. It's a thing. It's a thing, and I'm accepting it about myself.
We found a match to a set of prints we pulled from the Turner home. They belong to a 13-year-old boy from Reston, Virginia. His name is Connor Frist.
Another kid. How many kids in the Frist family?
3, just like the Turner family. We're ready to go when you are, and you're ready to go now, so let's go.
I mean, he said what he said. What in the world? What in the world? And the bodies have been in there a while. That smell will kill you. That is the worst smell in the world. I know that smell from experience. It is the worst smell in the world.
Shooting her once wasn't enough. First bullet travels beneath her scalp to its final resting place, base of her neck.
And it still didn't kill her.
Shot her again. Put her out of her misery. Different gun.
So more than one perpetrator?
So who is our additional corpse in the fireplace?
I'd say Connor Frist.
Connor couldn't put his panic back in the bottles, so he got shot too.
Whoever shot him disowned him.
Ma'am, you are collecting boys like Pokemon and turning them into family annihilators?
You have to make family. That's what we're doing. We're making our family.
Girl, I'm all for a chosen family. This is not it.
The family you think is family is just a stepping stone to real family.
Girl, what?
Are you feeling okay, sweetie pie?
No, he's traumatized and hates you.
You should be excited to go home. Even if it is to say goodbye, because we're your family now, Christopher.
The fact that this show consistently gives me more people that are worse than Hannibal, that's good writing. Beverly, what's up, girl?
Mother of a 13-year-old boy shot to death with her own gun.
C.J. Lincoln disappeared 6 months before his mother's murder.
He's older. He's been out in the world.
Maybe he picked up a few things.
Yeah, he's picked up a few things like trauma and maladaptive behavior.
Good evening, Will. Please come in.
Will is the only one that doesn't knock on the door or barge in when it's not his actual time to be at therapy.
It was for Abigail.
Was?
Thought better of it. Wasn't thinking straight. I was upset when I bought it.
Oh, he knows.
Teaching her how to fish. Feeling paternal, Will.
Aren't you?
Yes.
Is it too early to start referring to them as her stepdads?
I'm angry about those boys. I'm angry because I know when I find them, I can't help them. I can't give them back what they just gave away.
Family.
Will, you cannot keep carrying the weight of the entire world on your shoulders.
And perhaps it's our responsibility, yours and mine, to help her find her way.
As Hannibal adds more responsibility onto Will and himself. Be like, let's tie ourselves together a little bit closer.
I've made arrangements. You could say I'm one of your guardians.
Absolutely. I love Hannibal. He is horrible.
I thought you might enjoy if I cooked for you.
Oh, no, please. Wait, no, hold on. I was just on your side.
Spent the night. I don't like sleeping here. I have bad dreams.
You are just like Will.
Tell me about your bad dreams.
Tell me about your unconscious, girl.
Marissa was sending me picture texts. Crime scene photos of Nicholas Boyle. Gutted.
How you left him.
Hannibal, she knows. You don't have to say it out loud. I love him. I hate him. There's a lot.
Even though she's dead, I'm afraid that Marissa's gonna tell everyone I killed him and they'll think I'm just like my dad. Does that make me a sociopath?
No.
No, that makes you his new adoptive daughter.
It makes you a survivor. Thought about applying for schools.
My dad killed girls at all the schools I applied to.
Oh, well, damn. She's right. He was going after college-age students.
What if it weren't so painful anymore to think of him?
My dad?
Yes. Have you ever tried psilocybin?
Magic mushrooms?
Mushrooms. That's what's in the tea?
Yes. No more bad dreams, Abigail.
So now you're drugging her.
You want me to do drugs?
I want you to do this drug with my supervision.
Hannibal, that doesn't make it better. And it doesn't make you feel better.
Do you trust me?
Yes and no.
We need to get files on every missing boy within 200 miles of North Carolina.
You bond with your captor, you survive. You don't, you're breakfast.
Literally. Hannibal. Literally. Hannibal. God dang it. And poor Abigail is over here tripping, about to eat Dave from down the street, still having flashbacks about her grubby old dad.
Just like we talked about.
Yes, girl, drop the teacup just so I can get out, because that's what you need to do.
Dr. Bloom said this was okay.
Hell no, she did not say this is okay. Dr. Bloom did not sign off on this.
Psychological trauma is an affliction of the powerless. I want to give you your power back. Allow it to wash over you. Through you. Let me be your guide.
Charlie Manson, like, drugging his cult members with LSD is going on here.
Sausage and eggs was the last meal I was having with my parents.
He probably remembers.
I know. It's also the first meal you're having with me.
Hannibal, you are all up in her unconscious, sir. You can't keep doing this to people.
So he's a brother without a brother.
Brother's looking for a mother. They're killing the mothers last.
She has to erase their family to do that.
So she abducts them, convinces them no one can love them as much as she does, and then makes damn sure of it.
Yeah. Abusive and delusional.
Where's this kid's parents?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Hey, y'all, but also, here's some other teenage boys and this woman, and we're here to kill all of you.
Christopher. Mama.
The biggest setup in the world. Crawford is so badass with that damn gun and those sunglasses. The best. course it's Will. Hey, little boy.
Don't shoot.
You know what? I'm here for Will putting his gun up right now. Only because if he ever had to kill a kid, he would never recover from the trauma.
Kristen. Please.
Beverly, nice shot. That's my girl. Shout out.
Can I go home now?
I don't think you're gonna go home for a long time. You came here to kill your family. It may be all that anyone ever believes.
Do you have a family?
I don't have any children, no.
And you don't know what it's like. Can I talk to my mom? My real mom.
In a little while. But first, I need you to talk to me.
Oh, I also adore calm, level-headed Crawford.
That you would take my patient, out of the hospital without my permission.
But don't put me in this position ever again.
Hannibal, shockingly rude.
You have every right to be upset with me. I overstepped my bounds.
Where is she?
She's in the dining room. She wasn't ready to leave the hospital. She experienced a bit of anxiety, so I gave her a sedative.
Sedative? What did you give her?
I only gave her half a Valium, but she may be a little hazy.
Half a Valium? No, I'm sorry. You gave her psilocybin? You gave her mushrooms, Hannibal.
You were expecting me?
You're still playing games. And Abigail is high out of her mind still.
You hungry?
And terrifying.
Hannibal made breakfast for dinner.
Jesus, what is going on? Also, Hannibal, you're about to feed another person. I know you love to feed your guests.
Abigail.
I'm sorry, is this Get Out?
What do you see?
I see family.
He did this on purpose. He said, I want the psychological parallels. He said, I want you effed up mentally. I've never been more disturbed. I'm not okay. Will's wife and Crawford in his little half glasses.
Think it's too late for us to have kids?
It is for me.
Okay, one, I'm happy to get a little bit more backstory on Crawford and his wife. All right, and that concludes episode 4 of Hannibal. And as it's become customary, another banger, another great episode. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I mean, should we start with Hannibal totally drugging Abigail? Like, here, girl, have some magic mushrooms that have, like, therapeutic properties, which is true, and if taken, should be done under proper supervision. I don't know that Hannibal is that proper supervision. Abigail, my poor girl. If you had a chance to, like, be normal after everything that happened with your dad, Hannibal is doing everything in his power to make sure that that actually is not the outcome. Right now, it's like Hannibal's playing chess, but it's not exactly that he's playing chess against anybody else. It's more simply that he has control over every piece on the chessboard, and those pieces are just the other people in the show. Shout out to my girl Beverly. That was a nice shot at the end. We got a little bit more of Jack Crawford's character development in this episode. Will is not okay. Will has not been okay since episode 1, if not before then. And it doesn't help that every time he has a therapy session with Dr. Hannibal, instead of Hannibal, like, pulling him out of the possible, like, psychosis that he could be slipping into sometimes, he's like, oh no, tell me more about how you see yourself in the killers that you go and, like, investigate. We got to see more interaction between Alana and Dr. Hannibal. And I'm like, is there a vibe? Is there a thing? Did there used to be a thing? Will there be something in the future? But also, I thought she had a thing for Will. But also, I'm not gonna hold that against her and stop her. And shout out to the writers of the show for always coming up with a character that's, like, more dysfunctional and more evil than Dr. Lecter. I can't wait to see where the story takes us next. But on your way out, if you could do me a quick favor, please like, subscribe, ring that bell for post notifications, follow me on all my social media. That way I can see you next time with another one. Bye, y'all.